How we looking on the camera? Is good? It's straight? We ready to go? Squeeze your mic good?
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Alright. Let me see. Alright, man. Alright, about to go live now. This is our first live episode, man, on the channel. You ready?
Live now. Yep.
Huh? We live now?
Yeah.
Oh, you just peep?
Yeah, say we live.
Alright, here we go. We live. Welcome to All Opinion, Very Little Facts. If this is your first time seeing us, it's your guy Gene with my boy.
Squeeze.
You already know what it is.
Squeeze.
Before we talk about the main event for tonight, which is this presidential race, I want to give a shout out to my boy Squeeze. He hit that 20 dub on this channel.
The Dubski.
Make sure y'all go subscribe, man. That's Squeeze Reacts. Squeeze Reacts on all platforms. Is that right?
Yeah.
Squeeze,
All platforms.
All platforms. What you do when you hit that 20K?
Pop the bottle, man.
Pop the bottle. I saw it, but I want the people to know what you did.
Oh, you saw it?
I saw it. That's
you
why
saw it on YouTube,
I saw
on
it on
Instagram.
YouTube. Yeah, on Instagram. That's why I said,
yeah.
it's funny when you said it, and because I was trying to do so much thing in my mind, I was like, I got to shout out my all pages, which is still going to happen.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, my boy hit that 20K.
20K. Hard work.
You said 20K for like what, though?
For like 19K.
Me, he ain't done. He ain't done.
Like
He got more work to do. Make sure you tap in with us, man. We sitting here watching the presidential race while they're figuring out what's going on. What we could tell you right now, if you're not watching, we're looking at MSNBC, who most of the time seems to be neutral. And as far as the presidential race, they got Trump leading currently. So if you voted for Trump, there you go. If you voted for Kamala, got some work to do, okay? Let me see, man. But in other news, while we're doing this, since we're live now, man, we're actually talking about Casanat's live stream with Kodak Black.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that. That was funny.
Yeah, what was our guy doing, man? Kodak. I like Kodak.
I used to like Kodak.
Yo, you used to like a lot.
First of all, I wasn't even trying to go there, man.
I got to put my sticker on, man. I voted. I see you got yours on. You know what I'm saying? Show the people we voted today.
Yeah, man.
Nah, tell me, what you mean?
What I mean?
You say you wasn't trying to go there. What happened?
I mean, we could talk about Kodak. I mean, we could talk about the stream. You just said you like Kodak. I said I don't.
I know. Why?
Yeah.
What happened? Nah, that's interesting.
That's interesting why I don't
because
like him.
I didn't like him before, and now I do.
Why didn't you like him before?
Because I'm going to be honest.
And why do you like him now?
I didn't understand him at first. Right? So for me, I didn't understand him. I had the ON syndrome. You know YN syndrome, right? I had the ON syndrome. I was like, yo, I don't understand what this dude is talking about. And then I actually decided to listen to the words of his music.
Nah, he's him with the rapping. And the way he act might fool you. You might not think. He's definitely one of them, but I just, back to the morals thing. That 6ix9ine shit he did.
Okay.
Yeah. He did the song with 6ix9ine.
What?
He did a song with 6ix9ine for $1 million. 6ix9ine paid him $1 million.
Gotcha.
He did a song with 6ix9ine, video and all that.
So yeah, that's back to the. If y'all didn't watch last episode, man, episode.
No business with them. Man.
Yeah, that's back to the last thing where it's like if dry snitching is all telling.
Yeah, and to be real with you, bro, if you ask anybody that really know me, Kodak was like, for like the young rappers, he was like my favorite one.
That was your dude.
Yeah. Like, I was so disappointed when I seen him do that with 6ix9ine. Cause it's like you just dropped a song called "Killing the Rats," and then you do a song.
Then you do a song with a rat,
and then you go on Drink Champs and say that's New York's rat. That ain't my problem. Like
yeah.
That's crazy.
So that
rat's a rat. It don't matter where he from.
Don't matter. Don't matter.
Yeah,
the sewer, the sidewalk, the garden. It don't matter. But he was on Casanat's stream, and you think he got real like drug problems, or you think he did that for like shock value?
My son, I don't. Some people saying that. I seen somebody in the comments saying that, but son low key really a junkie. So yeah. Yo, bro, you should switch the title.
What that say?
To like election, something like that. You feel me?
What that say? Episode 2.
What?
Episode 2. You said that, right?
What's that?
About when we were talking about rappers and the drugs.
Yeah. Or was that with Rich Homie?
Yeah.
Was it that episode?
We spoke about it way before that too, which is crazy.
I ain't know.
So you always.
Yeah, I stand on my. I stand on what I say. I say it. I mean it. I don't really. Nobody can't really change my perspective on shit.
That's why it's all opinion. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Your
yeah.
opinion is your opinion to either decide to change it or
But to
decide
go back to
you know
that,
what
little
I'm saying?
TJ just commented.
Right.
He shared a clip
Yeah. From the stream?
from the stream. He was
Yeah.
like, I fake hate this nigga and Aiden, but he spelled again. But people put it out to Aiden because he clarified it and showed like the DM him and Aiden had.
Got you.
And
So he not rocking with Kai Sanat
yeah,
neither.
he not rocking with Casanat.
Oh,
And I
man.
feel like because he mad at him because of how Kodak was behaving and he ain't ended or nothing like that.
Right.
But nigga, like not about to stop my like.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, like get up out of here. If you tweaking, get up out of here.
So the thing
It's
is,
my shit. TJ probably mad he ain't never been in there. That's what it is too.
we
Niggas
gotta
be
turn
jealous.
We gotta turn the audio up too. They said we kind of low. All right, copy. Gotcha on the comments. Shout out to Whittle, my boy Whittle. Melanie Flex, Paul is in the building. We see y'all in the comments. Appreciate y'all. How we sound on the audio now? We good? All right, perfect. Yeah, so I mean at that point though, I don't know what Kai Sanat is supposed to do.
Keep doing him.
Right.
He's gonna hate regardless.
Yeah, you can't stop the
He's
stream.
gonna
Like
hate regardless, man.
yeah, you can't stop the stream.
He got all kind of people down there. Is it Kodak want to come down there and be on some fiend shit? Then
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna say to Kodak though?
That's what I'm saying.
Like for real, like what is he really gonna say to Kodak?
That's what I'm saying. They're expecting him to say something.
Yo, don't do that on my street. Kodak might shut up, nigga.
Might air him out.
Shut
Right,
up.
he might air him out. You know what I'm saying?
And Kodak was looking fucking crazy on
Nah,
that too.
yeah, he was sweating, shirt off,
Eyes popping out his head and
yeah.
shit. I was like, nah,
It
Kodak
just was
tweaking.
it was not good. Looks like we got right now it looks like the count by the way, y'all. So y'all know with the electoral college with Trump and Kamala, make sure I pronounce her name right. We got Kamala at 91 electoral votes and we got Trump at 207.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but there's still a couple of swing states that haven't even that hasn't been entered, of course. The next poll is closing in 30 minutes, by the way. So it's a lot we got. Man, it's still got a long way to go. It's the road to 270, but of course, if Kamala should get those electoral votes from California, that should help bring her close. We got all of the West Coast. So right now, looks like she's winning North Carolina. I don't think that's in all the way. Trump is winning Georgia, but that's not in all the way. And man, right now it just said too, by the way, there's a couple of, y'all know we got the Proud Boys out there. If y'all familiar with January 6th and the insurrection, y'all know the Proud Boys have been making a couple of statements and everything, and it just popped up on the screen that their states with bomb threats. You saw those electoral votes that were blown up, right? When they blew up the boxes with the votes in there. So yeah, these people were very active, man. So if you watching on your phone and you outside right now, make sure you're protecting yourself. It's looking real crazy. We got Tim Kaine in Virginia. Senate incumbent means that he's been in that position for a long time and nobody's challenging him. And then we got Josh Hawley in Missouri, who's a Republican. You let me ask you, bro. How do you feel when you ask people how do you feel when people say they're a Democrat or Republican?
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, like I just don't be really. I never have that conversation with people for real.
You know, well.
So I never really that. Never even came across.
People love talking politics with me. Go figure.
Yeah.
Shout out to London. We see you, London, in the chat. Go get her.
Hold
Make
on.
sure y'all follow her page. Lots of love.
Woodland.
You know.
London Deasy.
You know what? I found that people love talking politics with me, right? But I find it strange when people say they're Democrat or Republican like it's their nationality.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. You know, like it might be it could be something you represent at sometimes a couple of years in a row, or maybe because it's morals, but that's not really your makeup as a person, right?
Yeah, right.
So it's like I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I did my ballot this year, I didn't do Republican or Democrat. I did unaffiliated. Y'all heard me say plenty of times before. For me, I'm not tied to the Democratic Party or Republican Party. I go for the not even the party. Depending on House, Senate, local officials, Congress, all of that, I go for the person or people that have great policies, right? Because with everybody, there's gonna be policies that has some stuff in it we don't like,
Right.
and also somebody that can align with my morals. And I think with this presidential race, not I think, with this presidential race, I think morals is the largest thing.
Yeah.
Right? We would, I mean, sorry, if you voted Trump, cool. I have no issue if you voted Trump, but I think any sane person would say that morally, Kamala has shown herself to be more prepared for the position than Trump, even though he already held office. You agree? Yeah?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, let me see. There's some policies. So, as a matter of fact, we still got, so some of the swing states, like I was saying before, we got Arizona, Georgia, who they didn't call yet, Michigan, Nevada, who's about to close, like we said, about 27 minutes. North Carolina looks like it's leaning towards Kamala. Then Pennsylvania looks like it's leaning towards Kamala, and Wisconsin as well. And early on, those were leaning towards Trump, but that's why you gotta look, man. Like they say in sports, you gotta make sure the clock is at 000 before you say you got the win, right? Let me see. I want to talk about some of the key issues. First of all, the main issue is abortion rights, right? Pro-choice.
Yeah.
All right, I want to make it very clear. As men, we have no say,
right,
no say,
in that ain't,
no say.
we can say what we want.
Right, but for conversation, do you have any thought around how Kamala sees it and then how Trump and Vance sees it?
Finish what you're saying.
No, about how they see like abortion rights, because it's state by state right now, right? But we know that if Trump and JD get in office, there may be some executive orders.
Yeah, that shit ain't right, man. You shouldn't even have no say in no female body.
Yeah, I'm pro-choice, and I did like some small polls with some people earlier because I wanted to, I like to get people's thoughts and really see where they're at, right? And everyone I spoke to, of course, is pro-choice. What I will say is I'm pro-choice with abortion being the last resort, if that makes sense, because we have so many versions of contraceptive that could prevent.
What you mean by if it's my last choice? What you mean?
Because in extreme cases or in some cases, right, an abortion can be and may be used as a form of birth control. Meaning, like, you got pregnant, but you're going to terminate the pregnancy, right? So before we get there, the man and the woman has the option to use a condom, pull-out method if your game is strong, and plan B. Right? Now, of course, in cases where, of course, because we live in a crazy world, so sometimes, like we spoke about, some men abuse their power and take advantage of women and force themselves on them. Yeah. Listen, listen.
No bueno.
Yeah, no bueno at all. And that's where Trump and them have to realize that there's always a gray area with everything. It can't just be black and white with that. So, again, you need to just, he got Nebraska, 3 of 5 electoral votes, Trump just now. Speaking of him, he's smiling. Heavy on the screen. Heavy on the screen. Yo, when you get a second, can you pull up, by the way, we got Hopton in the building with us again, engineering. Kamari came through tonight as well, too. We get a moment, just pull up Google so we get a live look. There we go right there, live look. Where we got the Senate and the House. Look like both are about to go to the Republicans, man. The Senate sitting at 48 and the House is, oh, wow, he's at 210 now. Okay. All right. So, ladies, we on the East Coast. So right now on the East Coast, the polls is closed. So the West, if anybody from West is watching us, I know we get a lot of love from Canada, from UK. Y'all can't help us. But we love y'all. We love y'all. But again, right, there's times where some young women are taken advantage of, and that's what I'm saying, pro-choice.
And it's like motherfuckers getting took advantage of, and you can't do nothing about it. Right. That's crazy.
So my first point.
So now you gotta grow up and look at this little.
Right, which is crazy, right? Yeah, and look, some people have a huge heart for children and just the magic of birth, and so they go through that, right? And God bless them. But to my first part, do you know any woman that have had I'm just gonna say it plain. Multiple abortion, just like that's what they use.
Yeah.
Right. So those are the young ladies I'm talking about where there needs to be some structure, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cause like first of all, like getting an abortion is not an easy thing.
Yeah, you taking a life.
Yeah, you taking a
still.
life. You know what? I'm gonna come back to that because that is a part of this huge issue. I'm gonna come back to that. But also, they are risking future childbirth if they want to have children.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's not really a life because the life ain't born yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
but it's still kind of like.
So and that is where it becomes heavily debatable, because when you see some of the laws where they're like they could go up to 20 or 24 weeks. How many months is 24 weeks?
What, 6?
That's about 4 or 5 months, right? Mm-hmm. My math is, I'm pretty good at math, about 4 or 5 months. So when we get to that, when we're like, yo, you could go to 20, 24 weeks, that's when I'm like, oh man, I'm pro-choice. That's a little heavy for me. Because that's not just the fetus anymore. That's not the embryo. None of that.
Yeah, that baby cooking.
That baby is cooking.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's like, listen, man, again, I'm like, ladies, protect yourselves. It's, your body, your choice.
Slow your fast ass down.
Like what Squeeze said. Right. Look. We know it feel good. We got kids. But tell that man to put a hat on. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, if you don't want the kid, put a hat on. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what we got. Okay, North Dakota still. Okay, so I want to go over a few of the policies, man, that we got here. Some key issues. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, so we have to go all the way back to Ukraine and the support that U.S. has for Ukraine. How do you feel about the money we put into the war in Ukraine before we put it into, I don't know, helping the homeless or something like that, an issue we have over here?
I mean, shit, niggas is dying over there. They need help. Mm-hmm. Niggas over there homeless, nigga. Get your ass a job.
So it looks like, hey, yo, you
get a pack or something.
So it looks like, so when we talk about foreign policy, right, it says, and by the way, just so y'all know, I'm reading off of Reuters. This ain't no janky site. This is real. When it comes to that issue, it says Harris backs continued U.S. aid to Ukraine as it battles Russia's invasion. Mm-hmm. And then also says she has called suggestions that Ukraine give up territory to secure peace, proposals for surrender. So initially, she wants them to relinquish some of the territory that they have to Russia. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Let's see what Trump says on that. Trump has called for a negotiated peace between Ukraine and Russia, a position that suggests that parts of Ukraine ultimately could end up under Russian control. So it seems like they have the same view on this, right? Trump has since suggested Ukraine's security is an important U.S. interest. He has said he could end the war within 24 hours. I heard that before, but he didn't say how. But he did say that. Right? So with that, when we talk about that issue there, aligned
you
pretty
believe
much.
him?
Do I believe him?
Yeah.
Listen, man, people always mad at me for how I try to have an independent mindset outside of the social construct and systems that we have, and sometimes that makes you sound crazy or like an idiot, right? But I'm willing to risk that. Mm-hmm. I would have to say that from when he was in office, what he showed was the ability to have a peaceful relationship somehow with Putin and Kim Jong-un. So if I take those two relationships from dictators that our country fears, and looks at how he had relationships, handled them, whatever you want to say, in 4 years, then I might have to believe that he would have some way to persuade that actual issue in Ukraine, if that makes sense. You know? That's just from, I mean, look, Trump talked his big stuff about all of them, and nothing has ever happened. Thank God. Right, yeah. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because anything could just happen at any point in time. But that's just going off of that experience, right? So I have to say, because of that, and I wanted to use those two dictators, right, as they are, because look, what's the news we hear all the time, right? We can't let North Korea get any nuclear weapons, right? We can't let Russia move into this territory. Like, we got to tax them heavy because of these things, right? Because we try to cripple their military financially, right? That's how you mess with the infrastructure. So with that, I would say, yeah. So right now, I'm still saying, okay, she's going to win Vermont. Kamala looks like she's projected to win Vermont. Virginia's still close. Virginia, they separated by 0.6. And that's worth 13 All right, so electoral votes for everyone, right? A lot of people I know everyone is educated, but sometimes when it comes to presidential elections, some people get confused. There's a popular vote where it takes into account everyone that's voting, right? Mm-hmm. Which that's when they was looking. Remember when Hillary won the popular vote, but she lost. Lost the electoral college, right? Because per capita, every state they get something called electoral votes. We use an electoral college system, so it's not who has the most votes; it's who has votes in these states that has the most population, and they get a certain amount of electoral votes per capita, right? Just to explain. London. Finding a job isn't easy as it sounds, though. That is correct. What was that to finding a job? But yeah, it's not. It's very hard to find a job. Very, very hard to find a job these days.
It's not hard to find a job. It's hard to find a job.
Oh man, that's what your people said.
Right. It's hard to find a job you want. It ain't hard to find a job.
Wasn't we just talking about that?
There's plenty shit hiring. I hate hearing when people say that. Motherfuckers just don't be really looking and don't be like applying themselves.
You know what's crazy, bro?
I got 2 felonies. I done had 10 jobs since I've been home.
What's
I got 2 felonies.
What's the regular civilian excuse?
Right. Like, motherfuckers just don't really be applying themselves to it.
You know what's crazy? I remember, and this I got to go back, but I remember being in high school, and I said I need money, bro. I went right to McDonald's. And back then, y'all know
how much warehouses is hiring, how many temp agencies is out here. It's bare stuff like. You could be working by tomorrow if you got an ID.
If you want to.
And you got your social and you want to work.
If you want to, absolutely.
People don't be really wanting to work. They'd rather be bums.
Oh, so I was about to, Esho. What up, Esho? Nah, this is live, baby. This live. This not a premiere. My boy Esho.
Esho.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I just pulled up, right, because I'm about to promote again on Instagram. And I see Dr. Phil saying that he spoke at Trump's rally as an act of rebellion after he wasn't granted an interview with Kamala Harris.
Wow.
He said I requested 25 plus minutes. Dr. Phil is a child. Why would you do that? And he's still supposed to be interviewing people with, like, why would you do that, bro? Why would you do that? But speaking of interviews, did we get to talk about we spoke about Kamala being on Shay Shay last time, right?
Yeah, we spoke about that.
And you know that she didn't go on Rogan because she had a list of demands.
Yeah, I seen that.
But what she did do, if you able, hope that Saturday Night Live bit that she did, you could play a few seconds of that with Kamala on there. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, that was
about to pull it up?
Well, with Maya Rudolph, shout out to Maya Rudolph. If you ever see Saturday Night Live, that's the actress that always plays Kamala. She does a great job.
Oh, so it wasn't really her?
It was. So obviously we can't play it here for many reasons. F-Show, the election is still going on, brother. We don't have a winner yet. I know it's like almost 2 o'clock over there, or something like that. Almost 2 or 3 o'clock over there. We don't have a winner yet. We might not know till tomorrow or Saturday.
That's what Obama said.
Yeah. It's gonna be. Saturday. But today's only Tuesday. Might not know till tomorrow, Thursday, right? Yeah. It should be Saturday Night Live with Kamala Harris, Maya Rudolph. It should be the most recent one, bro. Probably got millions of views. Huh?
2 weeks ago.
Say it again.
2 weeks ago.
Nah. This just happened this week.
I ain't even see. I'm
gonna send it to you.
See, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And it was good, man. It was great. And I said, if you're gonna end a campaign run, that's how you end it. Because remember last time I was saying I just need to see.
So you still ain't watched the Shay Shay one?
No, I still didn't watch it, bro. I still didn't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it though for sure. I just have not.
Wait till her to lose to watch it.
Sure. Why you say to lose?
Not saying. It's looking like right now.
No, I'm gonna I haven't been able to digest content longer than 45 minutes over the last couple of days. I've just been like just quick hitters, like 15, 20 minutes and stuff like that. But again, you said you liked it, right? Wait, no, did you watch it yet?
But yeah, I
Yeah,
watched it. I watched
You
the
said
whole
it was
thing.
good.
I ain't say that.
Okay, so what you say, so what you saying?
I said it last part.
Yeah,
But I said, yeah,
yeah,
I said it
just
last
regular.
time.
That
I
shows-
mean, it just I mean, that didn't win me over, but
that didn't win you over, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that didn't win me over.
I mean, so what won you over with her? Wait,
Want me
I
to be
mean,
honest or?
nah, I always want you to be honest. What kind of question is that? You
Yeah,
know me.
but you know sometimes you can't be too honest
You
when
can't
we
be
doing
too honest.
content.
I know that, right? Unless the page will be done before we really get started.
Right. Right. So they want me to be honest all the time because I might
All
say
right,
some
so
crazy
give us
shit.
75% honest.
Our skin color. That's 70. That's a big portion of it. Yeah, our skin color.
Okay. You know, I'm glad you said that because for me, I wanted that to be the last reason I voted for her.
Well,
You heard what I said though. I said I wanted it to be.
yeah, that's why we different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I say wanted to be, I find it very difficult for that not to be
like
one of the factors.
and it's like, come on, we already had the black president, the black male president, black female president.
So you didn't. So nothing else like.
I mean, there's a few things she said, but that's the main point. That's like everything she said could be bullshit. Because like most times they don't be living up to what they say anyway.
Yeah.
But the main reason why niggas gonna rock with her is because of her skin color.
Yeah.
And Trump is, we had Trump already. We already know what we getting with Trump.
Yeah.
Some people like it.
Look like he about to win Kansas too. Excuse me, squeeze guy.
Yeah. So when you like it, I mean, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, how I see it is, remember since we first started this conversation, which seems to be almost like episode 1 or 2 when we started the podcast, we were like, we both were struggling to like really find. So what I'll say is, every reason that most people have to vote for Kamala is just for reasons that they dislike or hate Trump.
Right.
And I remember, bro, if you was on my Facebook a couple of years ago, when I told people that to not vote, I said, yo, don't vote for Hillary because you hate Trump, because then you're doing the same thing that the Republican Party does when they just vote because they hate the other person.
Yeah.
And my point is, like, let's get to the policies, right? Let's talk about the morals, like that person, their background. What work have they done before they got to this point? And that's where I'm at now. So when I say I wanted her being black to be the last thing, that's what I mean. Like, I wanted to find other reasons. And the fact that you were not able to find another reason, that says a lot, right? Because it's like, even though you heard everything she said and everything.
No, I could say some other reasons. Other reasons, but that's the main reason.
Yeah,
that's the main reason above everything. Like,
yeah.
But it's other reasons. Of course, it's other reasons. Like Trump the shit that was Trump and them saying is making me not want to fuck with Trump.
Got you.
Like it's what they
and that's
saying.
on him,
like,
not what the Democrats are saying versus them. Right.
Just, yeah,
What's some of the things? What's some of the things
we
for the
spoke
people?
about it already. Just the shit with the police. Like all that. That shit is mad, bro. Like
they get immunity
and look,
no matter
what. I want you to listen to Meek Mill's new song he dropped last night. So it's like a voting song.
Okay.
But I swear to God, he said something that I said in the first episode. Everybody said in the comments you posted.
Oh, when they was trying to go crazy on you.
Meek Mill said the same shit I said. They probably was, hey, who wants to have a Meek Mill brain? Me and Meek Mill think alike. But I said the extinction.
That's crazy.
I said, yo, if Trump could become president and they if they what is it they doing with the police? They gonna the immunity to any bro. We gonna go extinct. I said that. And Meek said something similar like that on the track last night.
To kill him.
And I was like, and I don't mean that. I mean it hypothetically, but I mean more black people going to be getting killed by police if they get immunity. Y'all can think what y'all want. They're already killing us like it ain't like we ain't shit.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
So that's
for sure.
It ain't gonna be possible. This was gonna be happening.
That show said they got my boy Meek Mill doing election promo.
That song is fire though. Real shit though. That song is fire.
I gotta go hear it.
I gotta go hear
it for
fire.
sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let me see. What they show now? Oh, yeah. Kim won already for Senate for New Jersey, Democratic. I actually heard his speech when I went upstairs. He's talking about turning the tide. Looks like we got Kamala is gonna win New Hampshire as well. Projected to win New Hampshire. Let's get into some more of the differences, man, with these policies. All right, so what's important to you, man? Let me see. So you want to race in the U.S. or you want to see their views on immigration?
You said what?
Race in the U.S., like you and I, like black, white, or you want to see what their views on immigration?
Whose views?
Both of them, Kamala and Trump. Which one you want to do?
You can do the views.
No, race or immigration?
Either, I don't really. Immigration. See what they
Immigration.
talking about?
I knew you was
We
gonna
already
go
know
there
what
because you
Trump's
spoke about the
talking about.
jobs.
Yeah, we already know.
So, all right,
Black jobs.
Black jobs. We got black. I got black job.
It's a black job.
A black job is a job.
Just a nigga working.
Just working.
Black job is a nigga
my
working.
gosh. So it's immigration, right? And there's two different parts here. One is for the U.S.-Mexico border, and another one's for asylum. We're just gonna stick to U.S.-Mexico border because I feel like a lot of people try to harp on that. So with Kamala Harris called for an orderly and humane pathway to earn citizenship for hardworking people during a Spanish language town hall style event that aired on Univision in October. Shout out to Univision. That's like the cousin of Telemundo and Sábado Gigante. You know, all that stuff that you used to hear growing up, right? And then we got Trump. Trump built or upgraded 450 miles of U.S.-Mexico border wall as president and vows to finish it. He wants to detain all migrants caught entering the country illegally or breaking other immigration laws. He has promised the largest deportation effort in U.S. history and will deploy National Guard troops and, if necessary, the regular military. Oh, wow. All right, so this is major. He wants to end automatic citizenship for children born to immigrants living in the U.S. illegally. How you feel about that?
It's basically you ain't supposed to be here, so shit.
Yeah. You think that's do you think that's fair since the parents came here illegally?
Yeah, that's kind of fair. I guess you could say that's kind of fair. Even though they was born here, but
Their
people
parents
ain't
did
supposed to be
wrong.
here.
It's like
if they, they not. I mean,
it's like when
that's still touchy.
I see my sis saying children should be off limits, but I remind you, it's like the Bible say when kids suffer from the sins of their father.
Mm-hmm.
It's harsh, but that's the reality of some things. You know what I mean? And I definitely because we're human, we're living here. Yeah, for sure. I don't want the kids to be deported. But what else is gonna happen if their parents get deported? Who they gonna stay with?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I think so for me when I'm looking at both of these and I read like Harris, Kamala saying orderly and humane pathway to earn citizenship and hardworking people, right? That's her point. And then that last line.
Trump trying to boot niggas out.
Right.
So yeah.
So it's like when
Trump I gotta get the fuck out
when you get that emotional tug for some people, that's what really pulls them to the other side because, you know, when they say when your emotions are high, your logic is low, right? Can't really think. And I'm not saying either or is right, but something needs to be done, right? Again, if you and you've been to a city lately. Mm-hmm. Have you seen a lot of migrants?
Every time.
Right, and it's not a rumor, but it's facts that they're getting like credit cards and hotel rooms.
They got a little gang out there right now.
Beyond the Venezuelan gang I talked about.
Yeah, right. They got little gangs and shit out there. Like they not playing.
Oh man.
Like they attacking.
Everybody, right?
Yeah, but mostly like tourists and stuff like that in Times Square.
So remember when I was talking about the robberies that was happening? Remember you said that might be somebody from Dykeman? Was that actually migrants though? Or you're not sure?
Nah, I'm not putting that on the migrants.
Okay,
Yeah,
you still not putting that on the migrants?
I ain't putting that on nobody. I don't know who doing nothing. I just know what's happening.
Yeah.
I just know what's happening.
Yeah. So listen. Oh man, I'm looking. I know you can't see it because I got something blocking just a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. But the total vote right now for the Electoral College is still 210 to 91 with Trump in the lead. Waiting to see the rest of that map to see how it pulls up. We good right here on the TV, Hope? We good on the
Trump putting the
TV?
belt.
Okay. Got you.
Trump giving her the belt right now.
Yeah, we got another poll closing about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Another poll closing in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Like the live if y'all in here
Yeah,
too.
make sure you like the live, please. The likes
Share
really
it.
help us.
Hit the like.
Share
Subscribe
it
if you in here and
to
watching.
your Facebook, your Instagram. Appreciate you. We got 10 viewers right now. Appreciate y'all. We just sitting here watching the election. This in fact is the most historic. You know what? It's crazy. I say the Obama election was the most historic election, right? 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And then, man, when Trump won, that was historic as well too, because you never seen anything like that.
Right.
And here we are
Shit
again.
felt fake. Like even him running.
Yeah.
Him running for president just felt fake. Back
Okay.
when it was
Go get her has a question for us. What's the views on helping people get jobs? What's your views on that?
What's my views on
Helping people get jobs? Because remember before she was saying it's not easy to get a job. People said
it's
just
temp agencies. It's all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
I know one right in White Plains.
Yeah, it's bare temp agencies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's temp agencies all over.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, really, you just gotta have an ID. You just gotta have your paperwork together to where you could go sign up, and you gotta want to work. Like it's plenty of shit. There's plenty of stuff out there for people to do.
I did that when I had a job.
What, a temp agency?
Yeah.
Went to a temp agency?
I just said I need more money on my days off because it wasn't hitting. I say, yo, let me go, and I went with my ID and.
So I was working for a temp agency in Yonkers. I was doing some damn landscaping.
Okay.
And
if you in Yonkers, y'all know Graceland takes care of a lot of people. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. Graceland takes care of a lot of people. Go to White Plains, Martin Luther King Boulevard over there by the project. There's a temp agency as well too.
Yeah. It's mad at them though. Like it's a lot of stuff. People just gotta want to apply themselves.
Yeah, my boys in the group chat is mad. They saying, I don't mean to laugh like that, but they so mad because they're looking at the map and they're saying, man, it shows you how racist the country is. But I think more so that the country is just not ready for a woman president either.
That could be it too.
I think we're past, I don't want to say we're past racism, but when it comes to someone that's qualified, I believe we're past it because we had Obama.
Yeah, we're definitely not past.
We're not past racism. No, I'm saying with a qualified person for a seat because we had Obama. So we can't say with politics is just outright racist. I think the element of her being a woman is heavy as well too. Racism as well too. But I think Obama, I mean, do we say Obama did the impossible? Oh, okay. Just popped up. It's looking like Kamala Harris is going to be the projected winner for Cali. 54 electoral votes, which is going to be major. Wow. So that's going to swing a lot of things.
She's still getting the belt.
Yo, chill out. Chill out. But looks like Washington, she's always going to get Washington. Washington is always like that because they got a heavy, they have a, not heavy, but they have a diverse population.
Ain't Harris, ain't she about to boost the minimum wage too, right? I see something about that too.
Oh, really?
I see something like that.
For New York,
I don't think it was for New York.
New York is a Democratic state. Yeah, she's projected to win. We're waiting for them to call that. It's looking like he's gonna get Georgia though. And the thing is, so the reason why it's so important with Georgia, sometimes with Georgia, it's crazy how it somehow affects those surrounding states as well too. It's like a domino effect with like Georgia and Texas and things of that sort.
Yeah.
Let's see. She's projected to win Michigan. Yeah, it's they're playing it safe right now. We're watching MSNBC. They're doing a good job. They're playing it safe. If it's anything that's like 3 percentage points, actually 5 percentage points or less, they're calling it too early to call because they got to wait for the votes. The polls to close. Looks like Donnie, Big T is gonna get Arizona. Yeah,
Donnie,
you know what I'm saying? She's still getting the belt. My boy Paul laughed. Paul, shout out to Paul, man. Go watch episode 9. Episode 9, he was our first guest on the podcast. Yeah, she definitely still getting the belt. I mean, listen, man, there might be a difference of opinion in our viewers as well too of Trump and Kamala.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know, bro. I'm frustrated. That's what I think I am. I know I am. I'm very frustrated because over the last last 3 elections, because we had Trump and Hillary, then we had Trump and Biden, and now we have Trump and Harris. And for me, you know what I heard all 3 of those elections?
What's that?
The lesser evil. I
What?
just choose the lesser evil. And I'm to a point to where I know it's not going to be perfect, but I'm like, bro.
That's what they just said. They came in. They said we chose none. Yeah, that's how you choose.
Yeah, I'm like
Neither.
Right. I don't want to choose evil at all.
Yeah.
And I know it's just like a saying. I know it's a saying, but the fact that we have to use that saying is what bothers me. So then what do I rely on, right? Because there's a lot of things that make you up as a person that make me up as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about morally, Kamala fits 100% of the things morally,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
When we talk about me being a Christian, which ties my morals, then I have to think about what Trump and them are trying to actually solve for in the country.
What's that?
You want to go there, bro? That might end the live.
That's what we here for.
All right. So Trump and them is trying to regulate some of the ways that people are able to transition to being other people. Yes. Also, you said you want to go there. That's what I said. That's.
I didn't know you was going there.
I'm just saying. That's why I use it the proper way, right? And then also, when you think about again the abortion talk, if we're gonna think about right, being a Christian is being Christ-like and having love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And understanding that life is a gift. So in terms of that, it's very hard to support some of those things, although the Bible says support the law of the land. But when does supporting the law of the land go against what the Word of God says? And that, I think, is where the rubber meets the road a lot of times. And I think that some Christians get lost in that because of the outrageous things that that Trump says, right? And I seen Kamari shaking his head with Kamala, and I was like 100% moral. It's just because Trump is so outlandish. Trump is so outlandish. Yeah, what's up? What's up? You can talk off mic.
Oh, okay. So what he says is very outlandish.
Mm-hmm.
But what has Kamala Harris actually done when she's been vice president?
Here we go. This is a conversation I feel like we done had like 5 times on here. 5 times on here.
And what you were saying morally before about late-term abortions.
Yeah.
That's what Kamala Harris's party is all about.
Yep.
There's people who are terminating babies at 8, 9 months.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's not normal.
What's up, T-Bone? Thank you for joining in. Make sure you like the live. Just so y'all know, we had Kamari off mic. If you didn't hear him, you're saying that some people that support abortion 8, 9 months, and what I was talking about earlier with the 20 to 24 weeks. And it's quite the proper word I think I could use is conundrum, right? Because if I say I'm not for abortion, it gives me no room to explain how I feel about it or why, because that's all you hear. But if I say I'm pro-choice, I get a window of opportunity to explain if I may have limits around what that choice consists of, right? So to Kamari's point, it's Roho, LOL. What up? What up, T-Bone? I'm calling you T-Bone because that's your name, Ninja. And right, and if I say, like, bro, like it's, and I don't, there's a very few number of people that are excited when they have to go get an abortion. Let's just be clear about that, right? That's not a happy thing. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead, cook. I'm just saying, these bitches in the hood, they can't wait.
Yeah, they
I gotta get this up out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be going crazy.
I mean, you know, brother, I'm not talking about people that use their womb as a morgue. I'm talking about people that's like,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
they still people.
Yeah. Yeah. So to your point, right? Mindset. And I'm like, it's just, man, it's hard because I have sisters, you know, obviously my wife. I can't, but then that's why like I said, I'm pro-choice, but also it's like, yo, like I don't agree with, I'm gonna be very clear. I don't agree with, I don't even know at what state I could talk about terming the baby at. I don't even know. That's the problem. So when I say pro-choice, then I have to say, at what month am I okay with the baby being terminated?
Or what's the reason?
A combination.
Does the reason matter if it ain't yours?
I don't think so. Well, yeah, because you just said earlier, right? If somebody unfortunately were taken advantage of,
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying.
If somebody's taken advantage of, that's different. But then how do you source that out? How do you source that out? So and again, to Kamari's point, there's a lot of people that think like him and that think like me, where it's like, yo, you want people to be able to decide. Do you want women to be able to decide?
Of course.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure for the people, so if they ever see him on, all right, Kamari off mic, you ever see him, don't kill him. He said he believes in pro-choice. So I think we're of the same mindset, where it's pro-choice, but when does the choice have to be regulated? Because alcohol is legal, but I'm regulated to how much alcohol I could drink before I get behind the wheel. Right?
I was about to say some funny shit.
Nah, go ahead. Let's talk. That's why we're here to talk, because these are the issues that's gonna have the next person sitting in the Oval Office. And I feel like look, immigration is huge. We gotta go back to immigration as well. But this is a serious issue, bro.
No, for real.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you're gonna say your funny thought, or you want me to keep going?
Keep going.
No. Come on, bro. Come on. Give me something.
Nah, keep going. I ain't gonna say it.
You sure? Right? And for all
That'd
my
be
people,
my problem. Sometimes I just be ready to just say shit.
Oh, you need another drink. That's what you need. You need another
I
drink.
just be ready to just go. Like,
Give him pour. You want a little bit? Pour him a little bit in the one white cup. You need something, brother, because you holding back.
Give me a little cup. You know, I start turning up. I start talking about everybody.
Hold on, fix your cover too.
Nah, you say, yo.
You heard?
Huh?
Fix your cover right there. You go. Yeah. So we're live tonight, y'all. If you're just tuning in, all opinion, very little facts. We appreciate y'all. It's Gina Squeeze. Going over the presidential election right now. Obviously, you got the House and Senate that's up too. Understand your local officials as well, because your local officials and representatives are the ones that actually make sure that your roads are smooth. Mm-hmm. So, and then all right. So we still gonna stick on. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Don't get my man drunk. He got to drive home. He'll be all right. We got a bed down here anyway. So, let's see. Rose said the regulation is based on the amount of money they make off of it. Think about that in all instances. And Ro, I'm glad you said that, because what I was about to say is, do you know where Planned Parenthood is at near you?
Yeah.
Where?
By the hospital.
By the hospital. What hospital?
Mount Vernon.
And where's that at? What kind of area is that neighborhood? It's Mount Vernon, so.
Well, it's really nice.
Fairly nice, right?
Yeah.
Fairly nice, or?
Yeah, it's nice over there.
Right?
By the police station.
Look, I think you're getting some looks at you. Like, they like, nah.
What?
Because they
It's
from
not
the
nice
area.
over
They
there?
don't, nah.
Where?
That's the hood, bro. We call
The
it
hospital?
That's the hood.
By the hospital.
That's the hood, bro.
Nah, y'all tweaking. That's not no hood. I'm from Mount
You
Vernon.
talking about by the police station, all that, right?
That shit ain't the hood. Ain't nothing going over there.
So, look, they laughing.
Fifth Avenue ain't even the hood.
I think Mount
Right through Diamond.
Mount Vernon is four
That shit
square
ain't
miles.
the hood. That shit ain't the hood. It's poverty. It look messed
Okay.
up, but ain't shit going on.
Okay.
It ain't the hood like
Okay.
it's something to be worried about.
So I want to
And the hospital ain't what they talk about.
Yeah.
Close by that shit ain't nowhere near that.
But okay. But
The hospital's on the north side of Mount Vernon.
okay. Shout out to my brother Joel Polo out in Italy doing God's work. What's going on, brother? Bonjour, Benu. You know what I mean? That's God bless you in Haitian. Y'all know I speak many languages. I'm Haitian by association. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I know you got a lot of great things going on, so appreciate you, right? What I will say, right? One thing you said is poverty. So I'll use that to make my point because I like taking that one word, using my point, right? In most areas where there's a Planned Parenthood, it is in areas for impoverished people. And when you think about how Planned Parenthood was founded by Margaret Sanger and what her goal was, and when you think about Planned Parenthood, like I have not seen Planned Parenthood being in a rural area. I have not seen it. Like where I see it is again to your point where it's people that don't have the ability to get the proper medical treatment, right? So now is that what we will call? Whoa, she all right. So she killing them and no,
Philly?
hold on. That's just Philadelphia, not PA, not the whole PA. That's just Philadelphia, I think.
Yeah.
Just all right. Sorry, that's just the Philadelphia county that Harris is winning, but I think she's still up in PA. Right, and look, yeah, exactly. Go get her. There's also one in New Rochelle, right? That one in New Rochelle, is not in the area where you have all the houses at, right? Where the people that are making money. And the point I'm saying is that you will never see a Planned Parenthood in an area where it's predominantly not black and brown people, right? Would you? I mean, it's not obviously we can't count how many Planned Parenthoods. I'm not gonna ask you like how many you've seen, but from the ones I remember that I've seen, most of them are in White Plains, Tarrytown Road, right? Most of them are in areas where people cannot get. So do we say it's in areas where people can't get the proper medical care? Do we say it's in areas where people are uneducated, or do we say it's in areas where people are ignorant and they just go to get it done quick, and that is an offset way of killing our population? Just to your point earlier, like if there's an immunity, we might go extinct. What about killing off our future generations? Yeah, see? And look, and again, right? They also, if you don't have insurance, they still, for lack of better words, if you don't have insurance, they're still willing to terminate terminate the pregnancy. I'll say it that because what I really want to say is going to sound crazy. But if you don't have insurance, they're still willing to do that. We're talking about an advanced surgery. I don't know any hospital you could go to and get an advanced surgery and not have a bill come. And even there, you got to pay some money. I don't know what it costs, but I'm sure you got to pay a couple of dollars, but it's not what you would have to pay in the hospital.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like it's just so many things I try to think about. Like why is that in our areas, right? Is that really to assist us, or is that to stop us in the future, for lack of better words, right? Let me see. All right, what we got? Just say it. The white tribe areas. That's what I said, man. It's not black and brown people. yeah, and our Caucasian cousins area, you ain't gonna see that. Yeah. So, it was gonna sound funny, but I was about to hit on climate, but I don't want to talk about climate control. I don't want to talk about climate control. All right, let's talk. Economy and taxes. Let's talk about economy and taxes. You ready?
All right.
All right, let's see. First of all, you how do you feel about the economy right now? Before I get into where they stand, how do you feel about the economy at this current juncture?
I'm not really tuned with that. Like I ain't really working for nobody. Like I work for myself type shit. So it's like, I mean, I'm not really paying attention to the economy on that type. Like I'm not really paying attention to all that.
But
shit.
that's why. But because of the state that you're in, that's why I would tell you that you should.
Why?
Because of the state that you're in, being an employee that has a I-9, an independent contractor, you're able to get tax benefits that you need to be fully aware of, right? And also fully aware of the things that could potentially hurt you on the back end.
Like what?
or on anything, on not having your loss versus your gain proper, right? Not having if you want to operate yourself as I don't want to say, but as your government, right? Or as Squeeze as an LLC, or as a sole proprietor, right? Or as an S corp, different things that will allow you to actually, let's say in the future, if you go and you want to get like a business credit card for Squeeze Reacts and turn that to an enterprise, there are so many tax benefits that you need to be made aware of, which is why the economy and taxes would be super important for somebody like you.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying with that, but I mean just like as in like I really don't care about that. Like for like as in a whole type. Like I get what you're saying though. I do definitely need to be on top of it.
Because you a business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Again, y'all here now. 20K, Squeeze Reacts 20K. Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe. Hit 20K subscribers, which is nothing short of amazing. Want to make sure I plug that as many times as I can tonight. Real quick sidebar. We got Paul again tapping in saying neighborhood aesthetics play is a part 2. You won't see Planned Parenthood, but you also won't see a supermarket in those neighborhoods either. That is a good point. However, you will see a Whole Foods. And Whole Foods is a supermarket. And you will see a Starbucks. Right? Just like you'll never see a liquor store or check cashing place there, but you'll see that in an impoverished area. Say that again? A hookah store, like a vape shop.
Yeah.
You know? All those things. But that only helps if you're making a significant amount a month. So once again, for the super rich, okay, that's to economy and taxes, right? So I'll say this, right, because I have an LLC because of my clothing brand that obviously what we like getting equipment with the podcast and everything, right? And bro, I make sure because let's talk about it. Groceries are high, man. Gas is high. Like I'm paying a Costco membership just so I could pay cheap gas. Like think about how back like didn't we go to Costco, bro, to get gas? We went to Costco to get gas. Paying the membership to have better priced gas is asinine.
How much is the gas? $2?
Like $2.70 something, $2.80 something. I say that again. Oh man, but I'd rather pay that $2.80 than the $3.30. Right? Whatever it is. What is it in New York right now?
I don't know. I be paying different every gas station.
I hate it, bro. I hate it.
Every gas station different price.
It's crazy. It is diabolical. It is diabolical. And when I go in, man, thank God, shout out to Stop and Shop that just closed. They had 50% off. I went and got some household items, bro. Out here. One of them. Just one of them. But they closed in several locations, bro. I went there. I racked up, man. Because you just, it's crazy, especially when you got a family, right? So that's what I'm saying, like with economy and taxes, like taxes we need to know because it's not like I want to be clear. I'm not one of those people I don't look forward to an income tax check every year because
I ain't get an income tax check in years.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the amount of money I make, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't got to pay them nothing back.
Look, I got to pay them every year.
You know what I mean? But then also, how about, all right, so you got to pay them every year because you're an independent contractor, right?
Like last 3-4 years.
Right, since you've been doing your thing.
Even before I was doing it, because I was working 2-3 jobs.
Yeah,
so too much money.
Paying taxes, they still want more, right?
Yeah.
And hey, I hate to say it, but that's during whose administration?
Trump.
No, it's not.
That was Trump's.
3-4 years?
Well, yeah, no, that was Biden.
Yeah. Or is that under the legislation that Trump left?
Nah, it might have been Trump's shit.
That
I'm talking
right?
about, yeah. Just because I'm thinking when I was working 2 jobs, I've been doing the YouTube for 3 years in February. And even before that, when I was working jobs, like I still was having a job where I'm getting 24 an hour, and then I have another job I'm getting 18 hours, so I was making too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see what we got here. So, yeah, and it's like, look, bro, you taking and that's so. Yeah, I'm concerned about taxes, not because I want an income tax check.
Yeah, I ain't get one.
But it's like, if
I could go for one.
Like $100,000 is the new $50,000. Like $100,000 is the new $50,000, bro. So at some point in time, that's why like when people that's super rich or just rich in general, they look at $1 million like it's nothing because like if you look at any person's salary when they do the taxes, everything, they might end up getting like 640,000, 700,000. You know. Paul said even Whole Foods is on a main street and the shopping district commercial area. Yes, Paul, that is correct. It's in a commercial area, right? But you're never gonna see it in a impoverished neighborhood, right? Like I've seen a regular supermarket. I've seen a C-town in the middle of the hood. That's what I'm trying to say. I've seen a ShopRite in the middle of the hood, right? Whole Foods is not playing that. They have a certain standard.
Yeah.
It's like Chick-fil-A. They got a standard, right? Which I'm surprised with Chick-fil-A being in some of these new areas now, right? But
that shit all over. That shit Fordham, Bay Plaza.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That
now.
shit all over now.
How's the customer service there?
It was, I mean, it ain't like them. They ain't running up on you. They don't got a drive through Bay Plaza. Though.
Okay,
Most of the spots don't got drive through.
Yeah.
They ain't running down on you.
Yeah. Trump is about them tax rates, especially for corporations. Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see their stance, right? Again, this is on Reuters.com, so I'm not making this up. I'm reading from a legitimate website. I don't want you to think I'm just reading from Google. I'm on Reuters.com. So when we talk about economy and taxes, right? Here's let's talk about individual taxes, right? Because we're all individuals, and then I want to talk about trade tariffs because that's going to affect business and price gouging, right? All right. So Harris wants to raise tax rates on American households earning more than $400,000 a year, but extend Trump's expiring 2017 tax cuts below that threshold when they expire in 2025. All right, so you see who gave the tax cuts to the people that was under 400,000. Trump did that, right? This is a Harris point. I want to make that clear, okay?
She's trying to extend it?
She's trying to extend it. It expires in 2025. She wants to increase the child tax credit to $3,600 per child per year with $6,000 bonus for newborns. Eliminate taxes on tips and offer a $25,000 credit for first-time home buyers. That's a lot.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's a lot. It sounds good, but what comes with that?
What comes with it?
What I would say is this. I think that people should not be taxed on tips. I agree. Because at some places they make very, very minor wages that are already taxed anyway, right?
Yeah.
So they should not be taxed. Like if you're a person that makes tips, you should not be taxed. I mean, $3,600 per child, I'm for that. Got two of them.
Yeah, right.
Two of them,
Sounds
you know what
good
I'm
to me.
saying? Two of them. Might have a third, so I'll take those 6 G's, you know. But you know, you making that face. I don't know. You making money now, bro. You might want another one. Look. All right, might have another little squeeze soon. Yeah, I might have another little squeeze soon. But
Squeeze.
and then when we talk about offer $25,000 credit for first-time home buyers. If you get a moment, Hope, then if you're able to, or Kamara, if you could look into what that $25,000 tax that credit might consist of for home buyers, because that would be the only thing that worries me. Because when the government gives a credit, who pays the credit? How is the credit paid? Because we're already in debt for trillions and trillions of dollars. All right, so that's what Harris says. I like that though. I do like what she's saying. I like that. I think we both like what she said about that, right?
She's trying to help people out.
Yeah.
She's trying to get people right.
Yeah, she's about keeping the middle class, because right now the middle class is about to be dissolved, and it's about to just be the poor and the rich. Let's see what Trump says. Wow, his is not as extensive on economy and taxes by any means, right? Trump wants to preserve all of the 2017 individual tax rates, saying they boosted U.S. growth before the COVID pandemic. Trump has pledged to scrap taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security benefits. So he's going to keep his same. I mean, how was it the 4 years with his taxes? It was, I hate to say it, but well, good. It was fine, right? Right, it was fine. I'm not even talking about stimulus, so I don't want nobody to hit me with the stimmy. I'm not talking about the stimmy. I'm just talking about being a regular working citizen that wants to, you know, see their money when they work there 40, 50 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He trying to stop niggas from getting overtime?
No. He didn't say that.
That's what I heard somebody say something like that.
No, he wants to scrap taxes on tips and overtime. So, bro, you know when you do like I always tell people at work, right? When I have advisors that's doing overtime, I say, bro, if you just gonna hit an hour or two of overtime, don't stay. You want to be at 5 and more hours because when you do the 1 or 2 hours, your check is literally gonna be less than your regular check because the amount of taxes that they're gonna tax you on the overtime because of the increased hourly rate on the paycheck.
Yeah.
So he wants to scrap taxes on that. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then one thing I wanted to say too. Hold on, let me read. We got some more comments real quick. We got Ro. Shout out. We got a few more people watching now. Ro says you gotta play the rich people game and write off everything and structure the LLCs to be able to. So you don't get audited. Plus, you got to do your paycheck deductions properly to get more back up front. That is correct, bro, and that's all I say about that because I don't want Uncle Sam calling me tomorrow. Then he says we do, and then we have to pay it back, so we pay for it twice. It sounds good, but it's a ripoff. So he's talking about that $25,000, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Paul says, what are the qualifications on that home buyer's credit, and what will be the interest on the rest of the mortgage? That is a great question. I'm going to look that up in the next few minutes. Go ahead, Kamari.
They don't have any.
No info, right?
No info.
All right, I'm going to get back to that. Let me read 2 more comments, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not a grant, it's a credit or a loan. Really just looks free because there is no red tape for it. And then Go Get Her, a.k.a. London says, yeah, absolutely true. And I'm glad I don't have to be the bad guy in the room. That is exactly my fear. If it's a credit, last time I had a credit card and I used it, I had to pay it back because it's credit. And it doesn't show us, again, like you said, can't find any real deep dive information on how this is going to be structured. And I got to look up who qualifies for this. Let me see who qualifies for it. So if we have to pay that through more taxes, do you still think it's dope to have that $25,000?
Yeah. Because some people wouldn't have that shit to get it. So that little leverage to help you get some, I mean.
So then doesn't that more so turn us into maybe like, what would that be, like socialism? Kind of like shared economy, right? Communism. Oh, I didn't want to say the C word. But I like to lean towards socialism a little bit more. But we have a shared funds, economy, shared growth, right? No capitalism, right? Those things. That is more along the lines of what Kamari said. Let me see who qualifies for the 25. Anything new on there? Projects Harris wins Washington and CT. I'm in CT. We in CT. We recording live right now from CT. If you happen to care. Let me see who qualifies for. No. Let's see real quick. So I'm trying to look it up for y'all to see who qualifies for that. Harris to propose up to $25K and a down payment. Yeah, some people are not gonna have it, right? But again, if we're talking about you want to pay more taxes, you say you pay every year in January. You want to pay more taxes?
No, who want to pay money?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So if we have to pay taxes for the $25,000 that goes to all these first-time home buyers, then what?
That's
Let me see who it is.
No, that's the computer.
Yeah, so it says the Biden-Harris administration proposed providing $25,000 in down payment assistance for 400,000 first-generation home buyers or home buyers whose parents don't own a home. So, Paul, to answer your question, you have to be. So, your grandparents can own a home, but your parents cannot, right? Yeah, first generation, but that's crazy because if the grandparents own, that's not first generation.
But which people are usually first generations from the migrants coming in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then also, it says, and a $10,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers. hold on. I want to read that one more time to y'all because this is a lot. The Biden-Harris administration proposed providing $25,000 in down payment assistance for 400,000 first-generation home buyers or home buyers whose parent don't own a home, and a $10,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers. So it's like two parts. So if my parents own the home, I don't qualify for this. You don't qualify. You're not eligible, right? And then again, to Kamari's point off mic, if so now going back to the migrant issue, right? What we was talking about, if we don't get a hold on that, are they able to get those same benefits as well too? Because they will be first generation because they never been here. Oh yeah, I see you give the look like, oh shoot. All right. Okay. Who we got? We got Melanin Flex. Shout out to Melanin Flex. Thank you for tapping in. And I do think the concept of it, yeah, they are two different programs, but they can be combined, right? So if your parent don't own a home, first generation, right? No, sorry. First generation home buyers or whose parents don't own a home and you get a $10,000 tax credit. So it's two different things, right? You get the 25 or the 10, right? All right, so it's still the same thing. We showing, what's that, Wisconsin's looking like, it's Dane County. So I don't see how that's trying to fool us. See right there, that's Dane County, so it's not locked in yet. And they're going over 2020 results, right?
172, 214.
Yeah. Oh, she catching up. Okay.
If that's what you want to call it.
All right, Kamala is now up to 172, and Trump is still holding at 214. As far as the House, Republicans seem to be winning the House right now, 171 to 119, and the Senate is at 49 Republican, 41 Democrats. Okay, so a few more comments. Let me read a few more comments. It's the same as the one that's current in place at 7,500 or 8K. No interest, but you have to pay after 2 years, either in full or over 10 years, if I remember correctly. Also, it might get extended since it's 25K. I'm still paying mine for 2009. Okay, so this is something they could get there. All right. Yeah, and then also, not to sound funny, but it's not no caveat, but you also still have to qualify, right? Mm-hmm. So you still have to get that pre-approval. Like that's what I went through with my house. You still have to show a certain amount of financial threshold, right, to be able to qualify for that. So Paul, to answer your question, first generation, right, homeowners, and then also you still have to have the means. You got to have the bread to qualify, okay? MSNBC, we're watching MSNBC again, everyone, because they're pretty fair. We know Fox is more Republican. CNN, which was crazy. CNN was Democratic, but when she did her town hall there, they kind of put her on blast with they were like really grilling her, and they didn't set her up for success. And a lot of times, you have these stations that champion candidates. Mm-hmm. Another thing too. Remember we was talking about the F around and find out. There was the Washington Post and the LA Times, right? So normally every year they endorse a candidate, right? Mm-hmm. This year they didn't endorse a candidate. And with major papers like that, when they don't endorse a candidate, that tells me that they don't believe in
Neither.
They don't believe in either. But normally they still pick one. So what happened was when the Washington Post didn't endorse Kamala, so that led people to believe that they were endorsing Trump. They lost 200,000 digital subscribers. Right. Because the perception is, since you're not endorsing Kamala, we're going to believe that you're endorsing Trump, which is crazy. Yeah. And then we got... And then the LA Times, same thing, kind of going through something similar. They didn't endorse, and these are major publications that always endorse a candidate. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I got mad random, but I got interviewed by the New York Times today.
Well, what they
Yeah,
saying?
at the polls, man. And I look crazy too. I did not look like this. Trust me. I was like in pre getting ready for everything. And had the kids all tired.
You
And
think
he's like,
it's a news clip type?
look. I don't even know if it'll make it, right? But it's just funny. I feel like every time we about to do something, something happens to me that I get to talk about, which is cool, right? So I thank God for that experience. I'm standing there with my wife and the kids. He pulled up. He's like, "Hey, I'm with New York Times. Do you mind if I interview you?" I'm like, "Sure." And all I see is Sparkle moving away with the stroller, just left me stranded there. She didn't want no part. So it's just me and Carter looking crazy. And yeah, he asked me. It might sound like a comment or a regular question or anything, but he said, "What really brings you out tonight to vote? Like, what are you really like out here voting for?"
Yeah.
And one of the things was because, all in all, because obviously there's a lot of females in my family, and I believe women have fought so hard to be where they're at and to go beyond, is that I do want them to have the pro-choice. And then also, I'm very interested in the economy turning around for where it's been. It's been really crazy. I remember that, bro, a gallon of water, I used to be able to get a gallon of water for under $1. Now it's Poland Spring. I don't even touch Poland Spring, man. Give me the ShopRite brand, Stop and Shop brand. Because Poland Spring is like $2. He got to go up? Nah, tell him front door. Yeah, so he could go right up the stairs right here, front door. Yeah. So Poland Springs, cause I don't want the garage. Poland Springs is like $2 and some change. Yeah, right there. So now the regular store brand, bro, is like $1.59, which is still crazy. And somebody's responsible for that.
Yeah.
Somebody's responsible for that, man. So I told them, like, I'm interested in that, the economy, and also we have a local firehouse that they're trying to build. And I said I was for that, so that way they can have the resources and still support people and make sure they're able to do their job, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just was crazy. I'm like, bro, you want to interview me out of all these fine people here? You want to interview me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the house is looking crazy. It looks like they went to commercial break. Yeah, we're not gonna see. I think it just said 185 to 230, if I'm correct.
Man, they both went up.
Yeah, it just said 185 to 230. So we're moving along right now. Let me see. Rose says, so it may, still talking about the loan, so it may be available, but not likely, just like some bank still blocking blacks and browns from mortgages. And Paul agrees, which the rates and ridiculous prices are still pricing everybody out of. Yeah, that's another harsh reality, right? Because she puts this in place doesn't mean that black and brown people are going to be the ones that benefit.
Yeah, right. That's what she trying to make it seem, though.
I mean, yeah.
You know, she trying to make everything seem like it's for the black people.
What are y'all thoughts right now? If you're tuning in to us or if you're keeping track on Google,
like the video
MSNBC,
too.
Yeah, please like the
Like
video.
the video. We've been on 11 likes for a little minute.
Yeah, share it with a friend. Please share it with a friend. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, we got another projection coming up. Let me see. Okay. Decision 2024, of course. Of course. Let's see. Virginia. Okay. So we're going to go into some more of the abortion talk. How did you go back upstairs?
I got the dog on the live.
Yeah, the dog on the live, going crazy.
About to bite me.
Oh my gosh. She ain't gonna bite you.
Coming back. You coming back again.
It looks like, oh, wow. So that was a change. Looks like Donald is projected now for North Carolina. And at first we thought that was Kamala, but now it's Donald. So we spoke about abortion before and how we feel about it. All right, so right now, update the road to 270. We got Harris at 185, and we got Trump at 230. Now look, a lot could change because we still got the West Coast and the Midwest. I got to tap in as well. Um, yeah, it's not 000 yet. Yeah, on the clock. It's not 000 yet. And to be honest, if Trump does win this election, I don't think a lot of people are going to be worried. That's what I want to say. I don't think a lot of people. It's man, this is such a weird. This is such a weird race for me. This is a weird election for me. I don't feel like forget about how I feel. The facts of this is that Biden and his cabinet and his administration did not do a good job of bridging the gap for Kamala just in case something like this happened. Because Joe Biden did not just start declining during this race. We have seen all the speaking engagements, which is why he got the nickname Sleepy. Well, I don't know if Trump gave him that name, but that's why he got the name Sleepy Joe. Because he was not really aware of everything that was pretty much going on. Let me see, we got CNN right now projecting Trump winning the battleground North Carolina, of course, again. So MSNBC is a little bit advanced, but we got CNN still got at 227, Kamala 153. Is that another poll closing soon at 17 minutes? We got another poll, right? That's another poll that's closing in 17 minutes as well. Let me see. Paul says, seen a lot of Fat Joe recently, but not Ice Cube. Well, why do you think that is, Paul? Why do you think that is? Let's see.
What do you mean by that?
Right.
Fat Joe, Ice Cube?
Because Joe been doing the Kamala run, and Cube, remember Cube went and met with Trump, and yeah, a while ago I think he met with Trump a while ago.
Yeah, I remember that. But also he was saying he was.
But he was just pointing out what we need. He had like a whole list of like things that could really help black people, and black people were mad, and I can't be mad at somebody trying. Like, just because you go sit down doesn't mean you agree with him. You're really trying to go. I never got that narrative of why you're mad because he went to go sit down with him. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, it's crazy, bro. That's why I was crabs in the barrel. All right, so look. All right, so again, when we talk about abortion as well, remember when Roe v. Wade got overturned? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, especially women, were asking, where is Kamala? Where's her big polarizing statement, right?
Yeah.
Where is, and that's where I say Biden and the administration dropped the ball. They could have put her in
right
the spotlight. In the spotlight
that was
for
her time
that.
To shine.
Yes.
Being a female vice president.
Yes, bro.
That would have been her time to shine right
and
there.
they didn't do it. They didn't do it. All right, so now, being that we gave our thoughts fully, like many times on abortion, we'll probably talk about it a little bit more, but we didn't talk about what Harris and Trump thought yet, right? Their policies on that. Did I say their policies? No, right?
I don't remember.
I didn't say their policies, right, on abortion. Hope, right? I didn't say Trump or Harris's policies on abortion, what they think, right? I just said how we feel about it, correct? So with Harris, she's pledged to sign legislation into law codifying safe access to abortion after the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022 struck down this 1973 Roe v. Wade decision, which I just said, that had legalized the procedure nationwide. Okay, because so now once they did that, they put that in the hands of the states, meaning that each state was able to say, "Yo, we gonna allow abortions or we not?" Okay. Because there are not enough votes in the divided Congress to support such legislation, she has said she backs ending a procedural tool that requires a supermajority in the Senate to pass the legislation. Okay, that's the history on it. Let's look at Trump's history. Trump takes credit for appointing 3 of the conservative justices and the majority in the U.S. Supreme Court 6-3 abortion ruling. That decision ended the recognition of a woman's constitutional right to abortion and allowed individual states to set their own abortion limits, which is what I just said before I read his. So do you feel like each state should set it, or do you think nationwide it should just be pro-choice? And I know we went over that before.
Yeah, nationwide.
Nationwide pro-choice?
Nationwide is on here.
I knew, yeah, I was waiting for you to do that. There you go. Waiting for that.
Yeah, nationwide, man.
There you go. Nice one. Make sure you like the video, share it. like the video as well. Likes really help us, get seen by other people as well. We appreciate all of you guys being here. So that's the history of it, right? When we talk about the federal ban, Harris opposes a federal ban on abortion and has made promoting women's reproductive rights a key plank of her campaign, which is why we're spending 25, 30 minutes talking about this, because that's really a centerpiece for her campaign. As vice president, Harris has led the charge for reproductive rights within the Biden administration. Then Trump opposes a federal abortion ban. Okay. He opposes a federal abortion ban. Okay, hey, people, y'all watching? He is not saying it should be banned federal, nationwide. He opposes that, all right? Saying abortion laws should be determined by individual states. He also favors exceptions to abortion bans when the pregnancy was caused by rape or incest, or if it threatens the life of the mother at odds with some religious conservatives. I hate to tell y'all, but that more so aligns with what I was talking about earlier. So because when you say nationwide, you remove all those different caveats. So in layman's terms, and I'm not saying it's like this, but nationwide is just free for all. Just go get it done. Just go, no matter what. You didn't take the plan B, you didn't use a condom, you're out here having sex with everybody, getting pregnant all the time. Go get it done.
If you want to.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about people if you want to, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, layman's terms there, right? With the state by state, yes, the state decides, and yeah, you still got to vote on it. And yes, the negative side to that is that it could get banned. That is negative, right? However, see, that's the thing. Why we gotta read and really be informed, because if we just go by the headline will tell us that Trump is banning abortions, when he's saying no, I'm putting it in the hands of the state, and that exceptions to be for these things, which you and I have stated that we're pro-choice, and that hey, there's many other forms of birth control, but obviously if someone's in a certain term, and that they were taken advantage of, or if their life is at risk, then they should be allowed to get that.
Yeah.
That sounds like what we were saying. That's not nationwide. Nationwide just means I don't need a reason. I just need my ID and this Planned Parenthood around the corner.
Yeah, I'm still going with that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still going with that because it's your choice.
Yes.
Like, nobody can't force you to go do that.
What do you think could happen if you think you
like
think
some people might get touched and want to keep it still. Mm-hmm. But hey, it's a miracle. I couldn't have a baby.
Yeah.
And they got raped, and now they're like, I want to keep it.
That's a great point.
Like, that's a great point. It's up to the person. Like, for real, that's how I feel. It's their body, your choice.
So you think even him making exceptions is not?
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good, but I still feel like it should be 100% your choice. If you don't want that kid, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So pro-choice.
Pro-choice.
Okay, good. Pro-choice. All right. Great question. Pierre asked, how come no one talking about Project 2025? Trump trying to act like it don't exist, then boom. All right. Project 2025. It's a lot in Project 2025. I got to go back to that again. Thank you for the question, Pierre. Make sure you like the video. Appreciate you tapping in. Project 2025. I had a summary of it before, which was crazy. So what it is, it consists of many authors that Trump has been trying to distance himself from. That pretty much has a lot of legislation and laws in there that are not for us. That's what I'll say, right? It's a 900-page policy wish list, which also includes him wanting to have the president wanting to have monarch-like power, meaning we would turn into like a England where we actually have a king. Yeah.
No.
So.
All hail King Trump.
Yeah, and of course, before he said he repeatedly has nothing to do that. And then also, it says dozens of former Trump administration officials have, however, contributed to the think tank proposal, providing Democrats with an attack line against the former president, right? So it says who wrote it. We know who wrote it. It's from people there, right? Yeah, it's a lot of things. So it covers the government, abortion and family, immigration, climate and economy, tech and education, and
So let's get to the education part.
the education on that.
Yeah, no, I mean just the education part, because I heard what are you trying to do with the
But like critical
what
race
Trump
theory.
trying to do with schools and all that. What are you
Let me
trying to do
see.
with the schools, the public schools?
Okay. Sorry. One comment. Rose says exactly. The power of each state shouldn't be even on the table. It should be period, point blank. The woman's choice. Yes, pro-choice. Absolutely. Yeah. By the way, y'all gonna hear me challenge a lot of things because we got to have conversation. That doesn't mean that I agree with that. I said in the beginning that I am pro-choice, and that's where I stand. Okay. So you're saying Trump? All right. So you want to talk about public support? I think that's what you're talking about with the schools, right? Trump has pledged to shut down the U.S. Department of Education. All right. He significantly cut funding for K through 12 public schools as president, while giving billions of dollars in tax credits to his private school voucher plan. Trump is promising to cut funding for public schools that teach race and gender issues he views as too liberal, and to increase funding for charter schools.
So increase funding for charter schools.
For private schools, charter schools, absolutely. Because that way, but it's also crazy because then the government doesn't really have much say over those schools, right? They control the public schools, which is why he would take the funding away. He's promising to cut funding that teach race and gender issues he vows as too liberal. Now, what race issues do he think is too liberal? Oh, well, no, schools that teach race. Sorry. So schools that teach race is one thing, and then gender issues he views as too liberal. I said it earlier. What gender views do you think he's talking about that's too liberal? He's talking about when people transition. He's talking about when you have clubs that tell girls and little boys it's okay to be the opposite of what you were born and the parents know nothing about. That's what he's talking about. And when he talks about race, he's talking about CRT, critical race theory, which I think was already stopped. They stopped teaching it in Texas and Florida, I believe already. Those are two places that they stopped teaching it at. Do you think that the public school system should still teach about slavery?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's part of the past. We've been through it. I mean, our ancestors went through that.
Okay. So, what about, and it's not me agreeing or disagreeing, I just want to pull a little bit more from you. What about when, right? So, the one thing that people say is that, hey, they've been saying this for years, that it didn't happen to us. It was our ancestors, and we don't know our ancestors, right? But also, go ahead.
Who don't know though? Some people know they great grandmothers and stuff that been through slavery and grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say
Some
that.
people know.
Yeah, you can't say that.
And what if they say that turns us into being like, what? So do you feel that some people use it as a crutch?
What?
Like,
Slavery?
hey, this the reason why we still are where we're at because slavery happened. Yeah, we're gonna take a journey.
I mean, it's still racism. So
Mm-hmm.
people still gonna say that because it's still racism.
Mm-hmm.
You can say act like it ain't, but it definitely is. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely. I think anybody that says it is a racism hasn't been outside in the last couple of years, right? We know it's racism, right?
Blind.
Yeah. Right, covertly and some overtly, right? But do you think, so would you, and what I'm trying, all right, so I want to navigate this properly, right? Do you think slavery has hindered or affected you? Do you think it has hindered you or limited you to where you're at currently in your life?
Nah, it hasn't affected me personally.
Okay. And see, so that's when we go full circle with to play devil's advocate. That's what some people would say. Why I'm not saying this. I'm saying the whole reason why they're saying this. They say, why teach race if we're trying to have unity, cohesiveness, and we're so far removed from it? And if you can say it hasn't affected you directly, I potentially could say the same thing, right? That's what slavery, although we still have to talk about race because race could affect where we are, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, damn near, you should cancel Black History Month.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But guess what? We should.
Why?
Because
every
why-
month, every
because
month
why-
should be.
okay then, thank you.
but still,
Mm-hmm.
it's our month. Let us have that. Damn.
Well, just a month.
I mean, every day is Black, whatever.
But see, yeah, this is where
I feel like it still should be. I feel like that shit should still be taught. Like you should still know the history of your all that. Like I feel like that needs to be taught. Still.
Do you think they're teaching the proper history?
No.
Okay then.
No,
okay
not
then.
the proper history. They definitely not.
So why would we advocate for history to be taught that's not accurate and it's not true to a representation of what our people truly endured and how we truly overcome, as the song says, overcame? That's what I mean, you know? Mm-hmm. And then even to your point about Black history, people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but no, why do I want the month with the fewest amount of days to be the day that represents us? Every day to me is Black History Month.
Yeah, but we got that month, and that's what it is. We gonna just nah, bro.
You see, that's what it is.
Yeah, nah, you still gotta get, bro. I feel like we still need like the children, because in that month specifically, they do teach a lot about the past. Not all slavery shit. They don't really teach all that,
teach
but
about the
they teach you a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
so would you say? So we're talking about education. We're just talking about public school. But what about us as parents educating our children throughout the year about all the many great things that we have done, not just in February but throughout? You know what I mean? Because of course, I enjoy Black History Month. Oh, we got some comments. Give me a second. I'm gonna read some comments in a second. But like, it's cool. But again, you're gonna give us 28 to 29 days to fit in how many years of history, bro? That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't, and there's no, and I know like they could say like American history or white history is throughout the year. So why can't we just have our history throughout the year? Because we're timeless. We're not into a certain month. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like when we talk about the kids, yeah, I think it's cool they do that for school, but then outside of February, are they not learning about what we've done, what we've accomplished, the things that we contributed to? Are they not learning that Ben Franklin might be the one that is coined as the founder of electricity, but he also had an African American that was helping him with it, which a lot of people don't know? Sorry, Thomas Edison. I said Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison. Right? So it's little things like that, right? Like, yeah, we can talk about Marcus Garvey, right, and his inventions and everything. Talk about the Tuskegee Airmen, which even then, you got experiments that happen with Tuskegee, right? There's a lot of things that's attached to it that's still traumatizing with what they try to do as our history, and they paint those stories for us. They want us to always talk about Martin more so than Malcolm. And we have to ask, like, why is that, right? So let me read a couple of comments real quick, and then I want to get your thought again on that, okay?
On what?
Again, I just want you to kind of, do you have anything else on that or no?
On what? On the, nah,
yeah, on teaching it? You want to hear, but we're going to go into Harris' store after that, okay? All right. Oh, hold on. Okay, we see. Oh, okay, so it actually changed. It changed. Now we got.
I'm telling you, putting a belt on her, bro.
Okay, yeah, guys.
She getting a belt.
Okay, so we got
She getting cooked,
man.
Bro.
All right, so we got a couple of states that's changed over the last 20 minutes. We got Wisconsin, which is still too close to call, but projected Trump projected. I can't even talk right now because it's changing so fast. Projected Trump. We actually have Nevada is now projected Trump too. Yeah, well, always been projected. Wow, we got Georgia, who's now projected Trump.
Oh no, he catching up.
Oh, she's catching up though. All right, so we got Kamala at 216.
He at 251.
Well, that's projected. That's projected, I think. Projected. So right now, projected, we have Kamala at 216 and Trump at 267, pending that Georgia, Wisconsin, and what was the other state that they showed that goes through?
So,
Georgia and Wisconsin being the major states. All
Pennsylvania.
right. And it's looking like two. All right. So let me read a couple of comments. Go get her, aka London.
I got a question.
No problem. Let me read these comments and I got you. I don't think it's a crutch. Our ancestors fought for where we are today, but unfortunately, we still ain't that far. Yeah, I agree. We still ain't that far because our ancestors fought together. Meanwhile, we're more worried about stepping on each other to get where we got to go. Right, Squeeze? That's why you and I do this, because you can't really do it with too many people. We got to have somebody you trust. Like, I know you ain't going to try to get me. I ain't going to try to get you. We just try and make it together. You know what I mean? It still plants a seed for those who want to explore and learn more about the truth versus not learning anything at all. That's to your point about just having it so the kids can learn. Paul says Black history is American history. We don't need a month. We need acknowledgement of how this country was built. How do you feel about that?
That sounds good.
Sound good. HB, aka Hopeton, they told us Christopher Columbus discovered America. That's going to lead us into a whole nother conversation. London again. And it gives parents the opportunity to teach their children too. Absolutely, but we, as parents, we got to teach the proper history. I actually studied African civilizations and everything to really learn who we were. HB said discovered. Then Rose says, plus they don't even teach real history or slavery to begin with, so why remove it when it's already watered down? That's a great point. We as a people should teach our own kids more. That's what I said before, that we should be teaching our kids. We got Roe again. We were already here as well. Something else they don't teach. Not all of us came from Africa. That's the narrative they gave us, just like they gave us their version of the Bible as well. Wow. Paul, shout out to Benjamin Banneker. That's the gentleman that was with Thomas Edison, I believe. Right, Paul? Thank you. I did not know his name, but I know somebody was there with him. And then Pierre, Black parents are responsible for teaching our kids real Black history. I ain't dependent on the schools for real. Pierre, that was my point as well, because they give us the month and then they shut up the rest of the year, and then our kids still have questions. Absolutely agree. We got a question off mic from Hope, and I'm going to repeat it. What's up, Hope?
So, I took a college course, right? And if the famous Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech.
Yes.
If you found out that he got paid to say that, how would you feel about him?
First off, I would say, show me the money. Show me the papers. Show me the money trail that shows him getting paid.
It was one of those conversations that the professor had. They said, "I'm not telling you to think anything. I just want to ask you this question."
What would you say, Squeeze? What would you say? Would you say the same thing I said? I need to see that paperwork.
I have a dream. I don't know, man. That's crazy. If that was, yeah, that's crazy.
So
if you think about it like that,
that goes to my point, right? So, yes, they teach Black history, but I believe it's fabricated.
Manufactured history.
Manufactured history.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna tell us something, give it to us right so we can ingest it the proper way.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I say, when I be like, bro, I'm tired of seeing slave movies. Like, show me a movie about the Moors who were kings and queens. They don't even talk about that. You know what I mean? Show me that. The last one we had was The Woman King, right? The Woman King with Viola Davis and John how you say his last name? Boyanga or something like that. Sorry if I butchered it, but you are a great actor. That was the last thing we had that was pretty much like empowering around our ancestry. Other than that, the last things, 12 years a slave. Even, you know what's crazy? Even, you know who's one person that they banned in Hollywood who they don't want to tell the truth all the way? Nate Parker. Nate Parker, who did, when he did the Nat Turner movie, Birth of a Nation, right? Which is what we're talking about, right? You are.
No, I don't know.
All right. So Nat Turner, right, was a slave, grew up a slave, right, young boy, and in his movie that he put, it was to Rose Point about the Bible that they gave us, right? He became a preacher, and he was using that Bible, which we know from his. And I hate saying this because being a Christian, it's hard to have this conversation because there's so many different ways to go with it, right? But I'm just talking about this story, right? In that story, his slave owners used the Bible, and what they did was they used scriptures to keep the slaves in line, right? And then Nat Turner, right, the way it's portrayed in the movie, he actually got a real word from God and realized they were not supposed to be bound to slavery. So what he did was he did a mutiny uprising, gathered the men, and they were killing everyone. I'm talking about the whole family, like the slave master, whole family, and they killed families until, of course, one slave snitched them out again, right? And they were led into a trap, and ultimately, him and the ones that were there were killed, and he was made a scene of by. Pretty much they skinned him and things of that sort. They did something with his skin and they walked it around so that way other slaves would not have it. But the reason why I say is because that was that's some of the real history that we should know. And someone like Nate Parker, when he was working on that movie, what they did was they brought up a case from his college to where he was found not guilty of grape with two other guys. And what turned out was the girl was just a freak and had multiple people that same night at the same time.
Train.
The two train, exactly. Right? So, so it's like, so it's things like that. And that's a brother, right? That most people will not, right? If I say that name, you're not familiar with him, right?
No.
See, most people will not know him. Someone that's really trying to teach us what's going on. And you know how long it took for that movie to come out? Because
when did it come out?
Huh?
When did it come out? It's an old movie?
It's I'm gonna tell you right now. And I watched it. It was a hard movie to watch though too. I ain't gonna lie. Because 2016. So there was a 1915 version, right? Originally. And then he came out with the 2016 version. But a few years before that came out, that's when that story came out. Because there's always people that don't want the truth to come out. So now when you think about it, how many people you think is going to go watch that story after they realize the guy that did it supposedly had this grape case against him, and that was not the case? We talking about 2016. How old is Nate Parker right now? Because I just want to tell you, like, he was in Great Debaters as well, too, that movie. Where he's 44, right? He's 44. So we're in 2024. So if that was 2016, that's 8 years ago, right? So that means he was 36. So let's say he graduated when he was 22. They brought up something that happened 14 to 16 years ago that they knew he didn't do any wrongdoing on just to besmirch his name. Because they didn't want the truth. Let me see, we got anything new? No, you watching close, Squeeze. You making sure you watching close. He watching close. He watching close right now, y'all. Let me see. Kamala's at 210?
Yeah, Trump's at 237.
All right, so we got Kamala at 210, Trump at 237, electoral colleges, right? Electoral votes. We got a couple of comments. Let me read a couple of comments real quick. Before HB, hopefully you got another point. Just give me 1 second and I'll get to you. All right, I'll read that in a second. All right, so Melanin Flex, doctored history like Claudette Colvin's name. Okay. We were part of the original people here, the natives from Roe. The natives we think of today were actually brought here, and some migrated here as well. Brother, that is a conversation that will have us here for hours. That's a whole, right? What they say, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. There's a lot of meaning in that, right? Pierre, slave masters removed numerous books from the Bible, including the book of Macabre, which spoke about revolution against your oppressor. Certain Jamaican slaves that could read started to go against Then also the slave masters, so they removed a lot of the books and called it the slave Bible, which is the current Bible of today. Oh,
They going crazy.
yeah, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say, Pierre. Pierre, I think we would have to have we have to have you on live, like with Zoom, so we can have an actual conversation. Yeah, email us, allopinionpod at right, allopinionpod or allopinionpodcast, allopinionpod@gmail.com. Please email us. I think from your comments, you're definitely someone I would like to have a conversation with.
Hey, I could go live on YouTube together.
And we go live together on YouTube too, Pierre. I'll definitely love to get your viewpoint, but please email us so we can set that up for sure. I would definitely love to have you on. You got a lot of great points, and I think you should be heard. Esho, oh brother. Why is that, Esho? Why oh brother? Come on. You can't say oh brother and not give us any substance. All right, so Holton, so HB on there. Holton, another point. Let's see. Okay, in Africa, who makes movies about Africans? And China, who makes movies about the Chinese, and etc. In America, who makes history movies about us, especially black people? Who makes the movies? I mean, we could talk about with Paul. Paul, you still on here, Paul? Who makes the movies in the movie industry, Paul? Paul knows exactly where I'll go with it. You probably know too. That's a great point, man. I don't remember the last time I saw. I mean, we're not the only people that went through slavery, which is crazy. But how many slavery movies have you seen about other cultures and races? This is like, that's what I talk about, it being like mental, yeah, thank you. Being mentally conditioned, right? Mental buck breaking still. Still, to this day. Still. Like Paul said, where Kanye when you need him. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know, right? Rose says the feds do a lot of the time, right? Because they like to control it. And by the way, come on, show. Yes, pause. Okay. He got to keep me in line. Pause. Yeah, it is mad, but that's a real thing, bro. It's crazy if you think about it. Like I said, where's the movie about the Moors, bro? Give me a movie about the Moors, please. And let me see. They have a whole production company for that, funded by the people. That's my boy Ro, and I'm gonna tell y'all he is a good source. I'm not gonna say why, but he has a history of knowing what goes on in the government. I'll say that. Okay, a very good source. So he knows more than we could imagine. Wifey, that's yes. You know they're going crazy. They're going crazy. So look, they checkmarked Trump for North Carolina. So Trump is they checkmarked him for that. All right, it's still too close to call for the other states, but they checkmarked him on that. All right, let's go into some more of these policies. If you got any more questions or anything, please leave a comment. Make sure you like, man. Please, the likes help us. Share it. Trump is projected to win South Carolina. That's 9 electoral votes there right now. Oh man, I'm looking at the map on CNN, and CNN is pretty much is really Democratic, and they still got Trump. They got Trump leading, projected. That's Fox. Oh, you put Fox on? Oh, that's
Yeah,
Fox
that's
News. My
Fox.
bad. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense why Fox got him leading by so much, right? Let me see. And they're going over the Senate. Again, man, if you really want change, I say find out who your local officials are, people of that sort. Alright, so let's get into. Okay, so we spoke about that. We didn't talk about Harris with her education. Last thing we left out was Trump. Okay, so with Harris, Harris picked the former public school teacher Tim Walz, right? That's her running mate. That's her vice presidential running mate, and has spoken about the need to ban guns. All right, let me go back again because I know we're going to have to break that down. All right, so Harris picked the former public school teacher Tim Walz as her vice presidential running mate and has spoken about the need to ban guns, not books in schools. teach full U.S. history, and create a pipeline of black male teachers. The Democratic Party has said more U.S. government investment in early childhood education programs like preschool will lift wages and decrease poverty. Sounds good to me. Except for the ban guns. I don't agree with banning guns. What do you think?
No.
I think because then you get on our Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. So I don't want to be any close to anything that's gonna. Like there's some things that need to be regulated. Like yes, we need better. We need more gun control, of course.
I was about to say like
we need more gun control, but banning guns, I don't think is the way. Let me see. I want them to call like 2 more states before we get out of here. You cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want them to call a few more. Still too close. A few. Yeah, they're gonna be going on this for a while. Let's see what else we got. All right. Other than that, man, what else we had? Any news? Anything interesting in the news this week, man? Since we're waiting for them to kind of call a couple of things. You see anything that you want to talk to the people about?
No, I don't. Who was it? I don't even remember, man. It's a short week. We just left. What happened this week?
It was a short week.
What happened?
Nothing really. It's crazy.
Nah, there was some shit that happened.
I probably need to remember. I think I sent you some stuff too, but I can't remember what happened.
What's bro name? J.C. Kelsey. You saw that shit with J.C. Kelsey?
Oh yeah. How you feel about that?
That's crazy.
I mean, so what happened, y'all?
You gotta control your damn feelings.
Oh, we on 2 different sides.
Oh, you feel like they like?
I'm glad he did it.
You glad he did it?
Yeah, bro, because these fans is out of control.
Yeah, they out of control, but you still gotta know how to control. Like you can't just be grabbing their shit up, breaking their shit. Yeah, you can't be doing that because people gonna troll all the time.
Yeah.
So you gonna do that every time?
Nah, you're right. You're right about doing it every time.
You feel me? You gotta have some kind of damn
emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
right?
like come on, this nigga's an idiot. How could he be? He's messing with Taylor Swift. He's this. How's he this if he's dealing with her?
So
you sound stupid anyway.
What happened was Jason Kelsey, former Eagles center, brother of Travis Kelsey, was at college game day. He was on Penn State. Was he on Penn State?
Yeah.
He was on Penn State campus, and he was walking, and somebody said, "Hey Kelsey, how does it feel to know that your brother is?" Then he proceeded to say the F word, and if y'all know the words that you can't say. If you know the words that you can't say, you know what happens when somebody says that. So Kelsey took his phone and threw it on the floor and smashed it and kept it moving.
They called him that.
Yeah. He did call him that? I didn't see that. He called him that.
He called him that a few times.
And then, speaking of interactions, man, then we got Joel Embiid.
Yeah, niggas is tweaking. Joel Embiid tweaked too, but Joel Embiid, I get Joel Embiid a little more grace than I'm giving.
And it's just because, a reporter mentioned Joel Embiid's son and dead brother.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's an issue is because Joel Embiid has not played yet this season.
Yeah.
And he named his son Arthur after his brother that died and wants to leave a legacy. And the way that the reporter painted it was that pretty much it's not much of a legacy for his brother if he's never available to play.
Crazy.
And Joel Embiid is 7 feet, 200, almost 300 pounds. Push this man.
Yeah.
I don't know how the push was, but I'm sure the guy got hurt, son.
Yeah.
And he just got suspended today for 3 games.
3 games, yeah.
I mean, it don't matter. He ain't even playing yet. He just got to take more time off, whatever.
Right.
I would just be like, I was going to come back these games and get suspended for these games. But do you think he still should have practiced more control as well with that too?
Yeah, he needed more control, but, yeah, he definitely needed more control. There's no excuses. He needed more control too, but he ain't asking for it. Like,
yeah,
you asking for it, like,
crazy.
it's like and it's more one-on-one-ish with that. Like, it's a reporter. This dude is like, you at a college game with mad fans. Like, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
I feel like he crashed out.
Yeah, and that's why. And I think that if it was like,
and I feel
NFL,
like because
I think he would have got yoked to do that.
And we about to keep it 20 nickels. I feel like since he's white, it ain't that important. Like they not making a big deal out of it like that.
But if it was somebody like a Cam Newton,
I've been one of them niggas.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah, Dion, right?
Yeah, because you know they him and his brother got the podcast going. They doing their podcast.
Oh, they got
shit,
that
like,
$100 million. They got that
yeah,
$100 million.
I'm saying like they ain't gonna lose. Like if that was somebody else, like possibly losing sponsorships, all kind of shit from that
unfortunately
one little incident like that.
Yeah,
I guarantee ain't
Gilly
nothing gonna
Wallow, right?
ain't nothing gonna happen to ain't nothing gonna happen to Jason.
No, it's not. It's not. They're gonna say that people should control themselves, but he literally grabbed somebody's property and destroyed it. So that guy actually has.
And he said the F word.
Yeah, that guy has a right to sue him.
All right.
Has a right to sue him. Speaking of college too, by the way, Colorado did not play last week, but because of the loss by Utah and K-State, Colorado now has a chance to be in the Big 12 championship. And after all the hate, here Deion and them boys stand. I love it.
Yeah, I love that too.
I love it. And I was looking, and it's crazy. I seen somebody saying they made the point like, yo, even when Colorado's not playing, they're playing. Yeah. Because they were looking for the game, bro. And I promise you, Saturday, I was like, yo, where's the Colorado score at?
Yeah, Godbody was doing the same thing.
See? Can't make that
said,
up.
Damn, he didn't play this week.
I'm like, bro, what's going on? Where's the... So, you know what I mean? Oh, there was, I don't know if you saw that link I sent to you, bro, about Mount Pleasant, PA, when they did the Halloween float.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
So there was in Mount Pleasant, PA, they were doing like a Halloween parade, and there was a float with like a car, and then it was like Trump on the car, like a balloon like Trump. Mm-hmm. And it was going, right? At the end of it, there was a chain attached to it, and then there was a woman walking dressed like Kamala.
That's crazy.
Yeah, at Mount Pleasant, PA, that happened.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you want to see? Look,
that's
just
crazy.
So you can see it real quick. Just hit, so you can see it, bro. So you can see why. And a lot of the times, that's what people are talking about when they discuss Trump and the rhetoric.
But it wasn't him, though.
No, it wasn't him. It was a parade, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when we talk about the rhetoric and people feeling entitled to do certain things, that's what people like to point to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
You see it, right?
No, I see it yet. I'm just thinking about it like that's crazy.
No, it's really crazy. You know,
this is,
and rightfully so. My guys in the group chat, they were upset. I was shocked and like, what the heck?
This is crazy.
It showed up?
Nah, I'm about to fast forward.
Yeah, you're gonna see it's like a float. What's it gonna show up? Crazy. Who we got? Let me see.
Oh, nah, that's crazy.
See, that's wild, bro.
Yo, that is crazy.
Like, who even thinks like how much hate? Forget being creative. That's like mad hate to do that in your heart.
Nah, son.
Yeah, leading her exchange. Yeah, Mount Pleasant, PA. Yeah, happy Halloween, I guess. Right. Let's see what's. Okay. So let's see. Foxes.
That's crazy.
Is that another poll closing right there, they said? What's that right there?
35 minutes.
Another poll?
Yeah.
Looks like she's going to get New Jersey as well, too. Yeah. New Jersey wasn't there. That was going to her for sure. Let's see. He's at 230, man. I mean, he's still a long way away. Even though he's obviously closer than Kamala, it's still a long way away. Let's see who we got here. Thank you for logging into the stream, y'all. If you just joined in, make sure you like. Make sure you comment, share with a friend. We need to get those likes up for sure. Let's see. What we got here. What else we got going on? Okay. Kentucky, we got Donnie about to win Kentucky. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of Halloween, bro. Did you see DJ Envy?
Yeah, I saw when you sent it to me. You sent it to me like right when we left here, when we left the podcast.
Oh, that was here?
Yeah, well, it was like that. Literally, once I got home, you sent it. I was like, damn. Yeah, Envy. I like Envy too, man. I don't know. Yeah, he's tweaking.
Oh boy, he wilding out. He just had his and the reason why we're saying DJ Envy is wilding out is because if you haven't seen, he pretty much recreated a music video
Okay.
with his family, a Lil Kim music video, and his wife was not Lil Kim. His little 8, is she 8?
Oh, she was a kid. Yeah.
8-year-old daughter was Lil Kim. And I don't mean she just was singing the lyrics, which she was. I mean, she was dressed like Lil Kim as well, too. You seeing it now? You watching? Yeah. Yeah, she was
Yeah, he
dressed.
tweet.
Yeah,
He tweet.
He was bugging. He was bugging.
Yeah, he
was
tweaked
bugging.
out. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
can't
That
really
was,
defend him on that.
yeah, it's no defending him on
There's
that.
no.
And I like him.
Me too. I like
I like Envy. You know, I'll be rocking with some of his takes, but no, not the daughter, not Lil Kim.
Yeah, and
That's
I don't
like
know.
having your daughter, and then it's like, I'm surprised.
You see
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I ain't see no little sexy reds. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Thank
surprised. They probably was out there though.
They probably
for sure.
was.
For sure, there was some little baby sexy reds out there.
Blue wall. Let's see. So I'm looking. Oh man! So I'm looking at what's trending right now. The blue wall is trending, right, for the Democrats, and it's saying they got the Jon Snow meme when he was about to be killed by everybody. They're saying Democrats trying to hold the blue wall right now, which is not a good thing. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. And the blue wall is just pretty much being able to control most of like House and Senate and things of that sort. Let me see what we got. Minnesota.
You been seeing all the Young Thugs posters since he been
No.
up?
What? Give us like a few of them.
I'm trying to find it. Them shits is confusing. Not really confusing, but you just like real plea deal, Jack. Then the wham, let's drop one on these rats, Peter. I'm like confused because like you was in the court talking about you still want to do music with him, but it look like you shooting at him when you get out.
Yeah, maybe he said that so it wouldn't be no thing. Who knows? You know?
I feel like he need to just shut the fuck up. For real. You ain't about to be talking about nothing positive, bro. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Niggas be doing it to yourself, wondering why y'all be in y'all predicaments. You got 15 years probation, bro.
Yeah, man.
20 years you got to do if you get locked up.
Yep.
You talking about rats.
So we got Trump projected Montana. We about to close out of here, Squeeze. And when you think we're gonna see this done, man? When you think we're gonna actually know who won? Think tomorrow morning,
Hopefully,
Thursday?
shit. Probably Wednesday.
probably Wednesday. This is the first live podcast we did, man.
Yeah.
Not bad. I enjoyed it. It's regular stuff. They get it in real time. See, I know we don't edit anyway, so
Right.
so yeah, I know it's no
Yeah,
edit, so
yeah.
it doesn't matter. But we got anything to say to people before we cut? We still got Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. That's too early to call. And we got Trump getting the check mark for North Carolina. You want to say anything to the good people before we get out of there?
It look like Shorty getting the belt.
He looked like Shorty getting the belt. Look like
Nah, it look like she about to come back though.
yeah, look like she's
It look like she
come
don't know
back
where
here.
to come back, man.
I think it's still early. We're gonna see. We might wake up in the morning. Either way, when we wake up in the morning or
We'll know
Thursday,
something.
we're gonna have a new president, no matter what, because it's not gonna be Biden. All right.
Correct.
Look, man, if you tapped in on the live or if you're watching this on the playback, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. You know,
We
really,
doing this. It's late night.
it's late
Way
night.
past my bedtime.
We burning the midnight oil for y'all to get this content out. So make sure y'all show love,
Right.
because we're staying dedicated to it. Appreciate Holton and Kamari coming through to hold us down and
Appreciate
give us
y'all.
some viewpoints and make sure everything went well with the production.
Golden for
That's
that.
it, man. All opinions, very little facts. See y'all later. Yeah, dude, I gotta go to the store still.
Oh yeah, depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go all the way downtown.
Yeah. That's how I be feeling.
Yeah.
Some nights,
When
bro.
you leave the
Like,
podcast,
yeah,
like,
God damn.